bass. Fuego y Sonrisa podcast. Chicka 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 chick with your boy Fuego and
Sonrisa.
Wow. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our second episode of our podcast. Me and your boy, Senor Smiley, are back at it for the y'all.
What's up, everybody?
Hope y'all having a good day, good night.
Hopefully you put your hour back, 1 hour, $2 clocks, 1 hour back.
Shout out to everybody who worked graveyard, who had to work that extra hour.
That fucking sucks. Dude, that 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. I wonder how that works.
I remember I was working at Denny's back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was graveyarding as a waiter.
Yeah.
And I forgot that they were going to do the hour back. So then I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to be off. I think I was off like at 2 actually.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to be off. Bam, there I went back off. They're like, yep, you gotta stay.
What?
Yeah, I stayed.
Do they pay you for 2? How does that work?
Yeah, they pay me.
They pay you for 2 hours?
Like an extra hour, yeah.
I always wondered, like, how does that work? Like, 'cause you technically, in reality, it's 2 hours, but by law, you have to go back an hour, which is kind of really stupid.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder how it is for other people.
Like, for example, like, for those that have... Like, my job is all automated, so I'll have to log onto a computer. So if I'm on the clock, and it's 1:59, and it goes back to 1:59, or to 1 o'clock, does management have to take over or something? Like,
yeah, I think probably payroll. Like the accountants?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
For real, I worked an hour, I was right here, you see me. I'm not making this shit up. Like, how the fuck? Damn, dude.
Yeah, so, we just wish the best for all you guys out there.
Dude, that hour back. Didn't California, wasn't that supposed to be like a law? Didn't we pass a law or something?
Maybe.
Like that, I swear, I'm not making this up. I feel like I'm making it up, but should we Google it?
Yeah, we could.
Like, I feel like we passed the law last November, or it was on the ballot or something, that we were going to not have to deal with this bullshit. Because it's like, it's not like a scientific explanation. It's more of like I think the reason why daylight savings was invented was more for like a political reason. The exact reason, I have no fucking idea, but yeah, daylight savings.
Work pay?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
So we're on Google, finding out how it goes.
The extra hour, according to the U.S. Department of Labor, is supposed to be paid. Ha! There it is. This is by the Chronicle.com.
Yeah, Democratic and Chronicle.com news. Yeah, so technically you still did work the 9 hours if you worked your full 8. So you still get paid that hour.
So does that hour become overtime?
Ooh, now that goes into debate.
Yeah. I'm trying to get that time and a half, buddy.
Yeah.
You need to get that money.
So if anybody worked those and you're asking about it or wondering, yeah, you better go talk to your manager.
Yeah, that's just some
payroll ASAP.
Cause that's just some.
Cause that's some money for whatever.
That's time and a half, buddy. That's just drinks. That shit's
anything.
Fucking whatever, bills. Yeah, exactly. Food.
Shit. So cool. Yeah. Yeah, cause that would suck. Like you work that extra hour and it's like.
I always wondered that. Like, I always wonder like if security, cause a lot of them they're up fucking. Shout out to all the security people. They're out there fucking in the fucking cold, and if they're like 1:59, they're like you said they're about to go home at 2, and then it's like 1 o'clock. What the fuck?
Damn. Yeah, no man. Especially if you're hella tired. I think that's like the. Nah, man, it's just, I feel for them.
Dude,
man.
Being tired fucking sucks. Shout out to all the people that work out early.
Yeah, for real. For the ones who gotta stay home or deal with their, their loved ones or their families. I hope y'all rested really well, too.
It's funny, because me and Fuego were talking about, we were just talking before the podcast about, like, people just, like, having different opinions about things. Or getting angry at other people for not doing what they're supposed to or whatever, but I think the reason why we're all kind of on edge out here in the Bay Area is because shit is too expensive, okay? Let's get real. If a fucking house or a rent costs, like... if it's taking up more than, like 60 to 70% of your fucking salary, then you got a problem, right? We gotta have our basics, you know, the Pavlov's basic needs. You need to have food, clothing, and shelter. We can't even get the shelter part right. But yeah, I mean, do you have something you want to talk about?
Yeah. It's kind of from a little article from the Los Angeles Times, but this took place in Oakland. So just quick, Oliver Burke, he could have joined his Silicon Valley counterparts who cashed in on previous stock options and pumped their newfound riches into startup businesses, bigger houses, and fancier cars. But he didn't like that idea of people losing their houses, losing their places. He used to be a former test technician for Tesla, and he used $200,000 from his company stock options to buy a little corner lot in a struggling Oakland neighborhood to create a new home.
Wow, what a cool guy!
Yeah, this is cool. Like, that's him right there.
Oh, that's him.
So yeah.
Hey, shout out to that guy. Shout out to Oliver Burke.
Yeah, Oliver Burke.
Damn, dude.
We'll have this in the. We'll have a link for it so you guys can check it out. It's a pretty cool story.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. Like I said, I live out here in Concord, and I drive to San Mateo. And I wish I could live in the peninsula. That'd be a dream. But to actually live in the peninsula, fuck, man. Anywhere, like San Mateo, Redwood City, like Mountain View, Palo Alto, all those fucking places cost damn near an arm and a leg. Like, you would have to pay some ridiculous amount of money. The exact amount, I don't know, but it's either 2 or 3K, and I can't afford. I'm already paying like other stuff. Like, with the bills I already have, I can't afford to have like majority of my rent or all my money, literally, to go towards like rent. I need to have money for food. Like, how am I gonna survive? If I put all my money for rent, how am I gonna go out there and buy food? I gotta go on the Gandhi diet and just fucking not eat, or like, gotta eat something.
Shit, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're gonna feel worse and be hella skinny and like...
Dude, your health will just start to deteriorate just because you want to have a place to stay. How does that work?
Yeah, how does that work?
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I think wherever we live, I think we should be able to like have fun and enjoy our lives, not be in constant survival.
Dude, I think I just think a lot of people, I wouldn't say everybody because there's some people who got it good, but I would think anybody who's making like less than 100K, I think is like struggling.
Yeah.
Because maybe 10 years ago, 100K used to be, maybe if you were making like 50K, 100, like 10 years ago, excuse me, I had some beer. Back, back then it wasn't that bad, but it's starting to things are starting to get worse before they're starting to get better, and I mean it's good that the governor of California actually passed that law of rent control. Don't know when it's gonna get. Do you want to know about that?
Rent control?
Yeah, it's Governor Gavin Newsom actually passed something about like rent control only being limited. Yeah, there you go.
Well, we signed 18 bills. What?
Damn. Dude, because the problem is that we have a lot of people out here and the housing there's not enough. And I feel like there's this problem that we have is a multifaceted problem. It's like playing 3D chess. I don't think it is partially the rent is high, but why is the rent so high? Number one. And number two, why isn't there more affordable housing? And why is the housing list so high or so long? Things like that. If we started to like answer a lot of these questions, I feel like maybe we can get somewhere, but like those high rises in San Francisco, that's not helping anybody. I'll tell you that.
This is pretty cool.
What does it say?
I'll try and read it.
You read it. I'll read it along with you.
I'll go.
Today
This
at
is part of the main part.
Today at the.
Yeah.
When was this? When does this come out?
He proposed it in August. So it goes today at the Legal Aid Society. San Diego, the governor signed SB 113 by the Committee on Budget and Fiscal Review, which will enable the transfer of $331 million in state funds to the National Mortgage Special Deposit Fund, and establishes the legislature's intent to create a trust to manage these funds to provide an ongoing source of funding for borrower relief and legal aid to vulnerable homeowners and renters. This follows the governor's proposal in August to provide a new, sustainable, ongoing source of funding for legal aid for renters and homeowners through local nonprofits, and builds on the state's budget additional $20 million in legal assistance to help California renters fight unjust evictions.
So that's cool. I mean, proposal system. Yeah.
I've never heard of it. Hold on. I want to check out what this is.
The National Mortgage Special Deposit Fund. What is that? Yeah.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if I can afford an apartment, that'd be fucking awesome. Just have the basics. But I have to live way in the fuck up. Okay, to get home, I leave at 2:30 from work, right? And you would think, and I'm literally like 4 blocks away from like the San Mateo Bridge. And I kid you not, it doesn't matter if I leave at 2:30, 3:30, anything, it still takes me 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, to get from San Mateo to where I live in Concord. And I try to leave early, and that's the earliest I can leave. And still, I'm stuck. Like, how's that? And I know the answer is because it's traffic, man. Like, everybody's moving out here. Right? Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fucking sucks.
And, I try to do the thing, like, you go to the county's website, you go to the city's website. They have, because a lot of times the county and the city will have resources. So, whatever county or city, so if you live in Contra Costa, you go to Contra Costa, .gov or whatever. You just look up the county you live in, or the city where you want to live in, and then, or the city itself where you want to live in, and they'll provide resources. But then you go on to the resources, and then you go and see the wait list. And the majority of the places is the wait list is either closed, or they haven't built a new place, or I went with my girlfriend. Just a quick little story. I went with my girlfriend in Santa Clara, and we were looking for housing. We just had some time, and I picked her up from work and this and that. We had some free time, both of us. It was like a Sunday, just like today, and we were just like going around housing places, and we wanted to go to this one place because it was brand new. It was very modern and everything. It was going to be affordable housing. I think it was going to be like $1,100 a month, like out here, for like a 1-bedroom apartment. And the guy was like, "Man, you really gotta there's people that take the day off. We only have like 300 spots, but like more than 300 people come in, and it's not even first come first serve. A lot of times it's like the lottery." And this is the guy who's working in the affordable housing division of these apartments. And he's telling us this. So I'm like, damn, dude, it's not enough. Like, what do we do? We're all trying to survive, And I know for a fact, by Stanford, if anybody goes by Stanford, you're going to see these large trailers. They're parked on the street. And they're parked there not because it looks, because they want to be closer to Stanford. It's because that's where they live. People live in their cars or their mobile homes. I call it, their trailers, like those camping trailers that you see. Yeah. They actually live in it because they can't afford the housing around that place. They can't either afford it or there's no housing available. And if you want to get on the wait list can be anywhere from 1 year to 5 years. So,
Yeah, that's
what do you think about that? I know you live, and I know you work in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's hella bad over there. Hella people, hella tents.
Yeah.
A lot, mostly by end of the freeways.
Have you thought about moving Daly City or?
I mean, it'd be nice. But it's hell expensive. Me personally, I wouldn't mind being in the city. You know, it's nice weather, it's cool, there's hella things going on. But it's hella expensive to be living out there. Plus, I like it here too. Harvard's cool. But still, then, you know, you come across people and, like, some want to live in vans, some actually live in vans. You know, they'll live in their van, but they'll have, like, a gym membership. So they'll go shower in the gym. But that's their means to survive. I mean, some people would like to do it, but others, like, that's kind of like their option too.
I feel like most people are like, it's not their go-to, like, hey, let's go live in the van. Like,
yeah.
When I was you know, for a little while living in my car, the worst part isn't, so there's the fact that you get harassed by people, and then you get harassed by cops, you get harassed by, like, you can't park in, you know, communities or whatever. There's that part. And then there's the part where, like, if you need to go use a restroom, you have to go to, like, you know, you have to go to, like, a coffee shop, or, you know, there's that part. And then there's the part where, like, sleeping, like to actually sleep in your car, you're sleeping like this. You're sleeping with your legs down, almost like a sitting position. So your legs are down, which is actually really not good for your health. Your legs are supposed to be like this, kind of up, because you need to have blood flow going back to your heart. I know somebody who's unfortunately was in a situation where they had to do that, and their ankles were getting swollen because of all the fluid that was getting built up, just because you're not sleeping in the right position.
Oh, what the heck?
And that simple thing, not having a place to sleep, can affect your health.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Swelling in the knees, ankles, you know, and it happens to a lot of people just because they don't have a place to stay. It's the simple fact that not having a place to stay affects your health. Then, you know, we could talk about, you don't have a heat, like, you can't leave your car on all night, like, you can't have a heater, you know, where you're gonna go wash your hands, like, you gotta have, like, you know, Purell or something next to you, and it's kind of like constantly, you know, the things that we take for granted. So when you're living in your car, it's not the same as living in a place. You need to have a place. You can't. It's not sustainable. Your health will start to deteriorate, and you will have medical problems if you continue to live in a car. And that's my concern with a lot of these people that are living in their car.
Damn.
Is the fact that not only is it uncomfortable, and, you know, you're bearing the elements, so when it's hot, it gets fucking hot, and when it's cold, it gets fucking cold.
Yeah, straight up.
Even though you're not out on the cement, which is worse, it's one step above that, but it's not like, you know, a place you can go out there and watch, you know, cook your food. It's another thing, you have to constantly be buying, like, water bottles and stuff, because you can't, like, you don't have a sink, you don't have, like, just the basics.
Seriously. Bro, like, when you don't have it, like, that's how you realize it. Like, damn, I have no sink. Damn, I have no toilet.
Yeah.
I gotta go somewhere to find a bathroom. I gotta someone to go brush my teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's not fucking cool.
Yeah. So anyway, what's
I guess it's a deposit fund. The national, or the state treasury, the National Mortgage Special Deposit Fund.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fund that they, like, get all the money.
Can we look up? Can we look up what's it? San Mateo County. Just can we, and then we'll try to, like, we want to give you guys, like, links to, like, affordable housing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
You want the list, department?
Yeah, we could start with the first one right there. Housing.smc.gov. Households in San Mateo have a median income of $116,000. Holy fuck. Which is more than the median annual income of the entire United States.
Wow, so the median of everybody paid in the U.S., in the entire U.S. is $60,000?
Yeah,
but
dude.
Just San Mateo County alone is 116,000.
Yeah, dude.
So damn, you're gonna need something like that if you want to live all right.
Yeah, that's just to have a place to stay and like, you know, go to work and take your kids out and whatever. Once in a while, have a vacation. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, it's a struggle is real. I think the median income in Santa Clara County is like 100 and what did the guy say? He said it was like 125,000. So because the median is so high, because the median income is so high, a lot of people are below that, like teachers, you know, cops, firefighters. Like, where are they gonna stay? You can't have these people living in a car. We need these people. That's why a lot of these people are going on strike. A lot of the teachers and a lot of the counties are going on strike. Was it last year or earlier this year? Oakland teachers went on strike. Teachers in San Jose went on strike. All for the same reason. Nobody wants to give you a pay raise. The rent's going up. Like, the fuck? What are you supposed to do? You can try to win the lottery. Odds are really low. Like, you know? So we got Fuego right here. What does it say? Know what you're eligible for. Know what you look for. This is what
These are steps on how to apply.
How to apply.
Yeah.
So we're at housing.smcgov.org, and we're looking at steps. So if you're in a situation where you're in the Bay, you want to live in San Mateo or any other county, these are kind of very similar steps. So know what you're eligible for. What's your annual income? What cities in the county would you like to live in? Are you eligible for senior housing? And do you need to be near public transit?
Oh, that's cool.
So these are some things you need to consider. You want to do step 2?
Step 2, apply for county housing authority programs and shared housing. The Department of Housing homepage contains the most up-to-date information. The wait list page has a project-based wait list, information for the county, and just wait. It basically says just visit the application site, so you can start applying for the county and the place you want to live at.
And then step 3, it says apply for affordable rental housing. Go to the SMC Housing Search, which is a free resource, and it'll help you find housing in San Mateo County that fits your budget. The second part of that step is call individual housing developments that you're interested in. Each affordable housing development has its own eligibility requirements, so it's important to call them directly to find out if you're eligible or not, whether the waiting list is open or not, and how to get on the waiting list. Please note the waiting list can be as long as 1 to 5 years, like I said earlier, and that some properties charge a fee to submit an application. So there's places that if you want to submit for yourself, they'll charge you a fee, and then if like you want somebody else to live with you, that's an extra application fee. I've seen that in other places. Affordable housing developers and city housing to ask if they have any open wait list, or if you know any new projects. Ask them if they have a keep informed list that you can join. And then do you want to read the 4th one?
That one's cool. If you have any special needs or requirements, make sure to ask about when making your calls. Definitely make a call. I know it's like emailing them helps and going in person for sure helps. But I think if you want a shot, I would recommend like call back, and like they said, if they have a keep informed.
Yeah, keep informed list.
And also a quick like little positive.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of messed up for single people, but like if you have a single mom with a child or a single dad with a child, they're more likely to get put up front before anybody who doesn't have any kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you have any kids and you're single and you want to stay in the Bay Area, you have a big shot of getting it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So
yeah,
you don't have to leave.
That guy did tell me about that. He said if your families usually come before the people who are, like if you're single and you're in the Bay Area, dude, you're not screwed, but you're like close to screwed. You're not screwed, but you're close to screwed. You still got a you still got a shot. I'm not gonna say to not do it. You still gotta do it, but you know if you know any other people that have kids and they're looking for a place to stay, help them out, and maybe they can help you out.
Yeah.
What is it? What's that number 4?
I already said 4. Apply for down payment assistance or to purchase an affordable home. If you are low or moderate income, have some savings, and want to purchase a home and stay long term in the county, you may want to consider these resources. The Housing Endowment and Regional Trust.
Heart of San Mateo.
That's dope. They have their own website.
Provides a down payment assistance loans for first time home buyers. Okay. And then they give you like, please note that there are very few discount properties to buy. Contact Heart, and then their number is 650-872-4444. Extension 4 hashtag thing. Mm-hmm. Or email them, and then they have an email. We'll try to see if we can get all this information out there on the description, so you guys can look at it yourself. This is just one example, but it's really informative and it's really practical to go out there and look by county, because each county is different. So this is San Mateo County, but Contra Costa County might be different. Santa Clara County, what's the other one? Alameda County,
San Francisco County,
San Francisco, and other districts. Yeah.
So yeah, wherever you live or wherever you want to live, we'll try to have that offer you guys. Also, some cities offer below market rate homes available for purchase. You will still need to qualify for a mortgage in order to purchase a home. In addition, some of these programs have restrictions attached to them, which require you to occupy the home and may limit the resale price of the home. Oh wow, really?
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Wow.
I learned something new today too. You can check with the housing staff in the local city to find out about any home buyer assistance and waiting list. So yeah, just keep... The thing about this is it's not like a one and done thing. Like the guy was telling me, this is the guy who used to work for this, who does work for this housing assistance program. He was telling me like it's pretty much a part-time job. You have to go out there. I know it's hard. I know you don't want to spend your Saturday doing this or whatever, but it's a grind. Like it really is like it's neck and neck competition. If you can find like an hour or something just to go out there and just look up, because a lot of it, there is a lot of each county is different. You need to know how to apply. You need to know which wait list is open. Like, you got to do a lot of research and homework and just keep checking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just stay on your grind and don't give up. It might not come today. Everybody's situation is different, so I guess it's easy for me to say, but honestly, like, as long as you just keep going and keep trying, something will eventually pop up. Or you might even get hooked up by somebody who knows somebody and you might get the spot. So always, just be a good person and just freaking hustle. Really.
Yeah, I mean, just maybe help people out, and help people can help people. Instead of hurt people. Yeah. Maybe help people can help people.
Yeah, we can start a little change. This is pretty cool. I never thought about that, but I like how they you have restrictions, like you gotta live there, and you can't flip it for so much. That's I never thought about it like that. But that's a stop on what's happening now.
Each place has their own restrictions.
That's pretty cool.
So some places you have to be a certain percentage below the market rate. So if you're not making if you can't afford a place, a lot of the affordable housing, you have to be a certain percentage of that you can apply. You can't be too high. Some places they have a cap of how high. A lot of places also have a cap of low. Can't be too low, which is weird. It's affordable housing, you're supposed to help us out. But that is just because they want to get paid on time. Yeah. So there's a business aspect to it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make money, but not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's it's 50. I don't know. As long as you have somewhere to live, fuck you.
Dude, living, I don't know how living became such a hard...
It became a big business.
Dude, fucking living. Just to live, dude. Just to fucking have a place you can call your home and kick it and have people over or whatever. A studio apartment, man. You want me to go look up how much a studio is in San Jose? Average?
Yeah.
Can you look it up?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, go ahead and keep.
Yeah, so Senor Smiley, he's gonna check out studio prices in San Jose, just to give you guys a little sample of what's going on out there. You know, if you live in the area, know anybody that lives around the area. Cause dang, yeah, we think we got it bad. Imagine the major cities, they got it worse. So
we're gonna go right here. Let's see, what is it? Oh, this is just comparing the cost of living.
Wow, this is cool. This is this is real quick. It's a cost of living San Jose, California, and Princeton, New Jersey. So just a little quick. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, even New Jersey, they got money.
Yeah, New Jersey got money. Let's see. This is best. Oh, best places. No, let's not go here. Let me see. Apartments. This is where you're really gonna find how much it is. When apartments.com. That's cheap. I wish it was that.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I wish it was that.
But it's also a location too.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Just put any price, and then you'll see like the average. So I could tell you were looking for apartments out here too.
No, they just popped up. It just.
Yeah, that's more like it. Okay.
Damn, I don't even lie, that was cheap, dog. Damn.
Yeah, so average is gonna be like 23, 24 for just one bedroom.
And those look hella nice.
Yeah.
I like these.
Yeah, dude. A lot of the average, and that's just for one bedroom. So if you're making like,
damn, that's one bedroom?
yeah, dude, a lot of these are one bedroom.
Oh, hell no.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. These are one bedroom.
Oh, shit.
Or studios.
Wow.
Look at that one. That one's 2,400, 25, 27,
wow.
2,000, 2,200. So yeah, it's gonna be like the average is gonna be like I said, 2,300.
Yeah.
That's to live in San Jose. And San Jose used to be affordable. Like not even 2 years ago. It wasn't like that. It used to be like you can get a studio for like 1,700.
Dang.
It used to be way more affordable. Now, fuck, you're lucky. You better like be praying, be doing all your like, everything, rituals and everything, because you need to get a place. San Jose is not an easy place to find anymore.
Man, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, almost 24 average. You want to find a cool one.
Yeah, 24 just to live in San Jose.
Man, 3 bedrooms, 7,000, 6,000. God dang.
Yeah, dude.
For an apartment?
Yeah, for an apartment. We're not even talking a house. We're just talking apartments. Dude, houses, I don't even want to look at houses. To be honest. Here, this is one website. We can go to another one. Here, let me go to another one. But yeah, this is just to give you guys an idea how expensive.
Let's check out counties. Let's go to like Oakland next.
Oh, Alameda?
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, just so we can hit up counties around here. See how they look.
Yeah, I know Oakland's a little cheaper.
But still, though. Yeah. It's all good.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're just checking out Alameda County apartments, checking out what the median rent is, see how it is for people around the area.
Trulia is pretty good. Trulia.com.
Yeah, or anybody who's like thinking about moving out there.
We're looking at different websites just because we want to see like the difference.
Yeah. Alameda County's pretty big.
Yeah, Alameda is one of the bigger counties out here. Damn. Alameda, Contra Costa is huge. It's like from like Richmond down to Danville all the way to like, I don't know if it's Antioch or Brownwood. But yeah, it's hella big. Contra Costa is like all this.
So yeah, they're about the same, 2,000, 2,300, 2,800, 8,800 for one bedroom.
Yeah, dude, one bedroom.
Oh wow, they are pet friendly though.
So there you go. Here.
But even then, you're talking about for one person.
For one person, dude. We're not talking about like families or anything. We're just talking about having a place to stay, eat, shit, and cook.
And then you think about like what the hour or per hour is like. It's probably like what, maybe $14, $15 in Alameda County.
The average.
Yeah, their minimum wage.
Oh, you want to look up minimum wage?
So it's like if that one person is working minimum wage, Like, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be able to afford that.
No way in hell.
No way. They're gonna need like 3 roommates.
They're gonna need like, yeah, they're gonna have to like.
And that's what people do. They have a 1-bedroom apartment and they rent it for like 3-4 people. You know, everybody's just sharing living rooms, sharing rooms. It's really like that a lot in San Francisco. A lot of people, they just like...
I noticed that in the city, yeah.
Yeah, hella people, they just bunk together. Which, I mean, it's a good idea too, but, I mean, you're gonna be like super stuffed.
Yeah, but if you want to have like, if you want to bring like your significant other over, or if you want to do like your family, yeah, exactly. There's all these restrictions, and you know, everybody has their own like, you know, everybody has their own like, I don't know how to say it, like.
We all want to live our lives how we want.
Yeah, want to have our own place. Like, there's just something about having your own place that makes you feel, I don't know. Having roommates makes you feel like you're still a college kid or something, right? But at the same time, you know, you also gotta be realistic. You can't be going out there trying to drive a Rolls Royce and all you can afford is a bike.
Seriously.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, you can't be fronting like that. Like,
no, like, you don't got it, you don't got it.
Yeah.
And don't feel like guilty or shy or anything to like. I mean, if you don't got it, you don't got it. Like.
Yeah, don't front either. I mean, that's another thing. Like, don't try to be like, look at my Gucci and like, and you still like struggling.
Yeah, like I really look like I'm struggling because I am struggling. I look like I'm rich, you know, and I'm hella struggling. Like.
Yeah, and then you just find out that it's a facade.
Yeah, like it's all good.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the average, $2,000.
So hopefully with the governor, what he's passing, hopefully it helps, or at least helps keep those prices there. Doesn't make them rise.
$2,000 average for Alameda County.
I mean, for one person, like I really don't see how. Like, man, that's Emeryville.
Yeah,
almost
dude.
3 G's for one.
Dude,
for a studio
Emeryville is so expensive just because it's so close to San Francisco. It gets like what do they call it? It gets secondhand renter spike.
Yeah, seriously.
Because you're
in Berkeley for sure.
Oh, fucking Berkeley. Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Should we look at Berkeley?
Yeah, let's look at Berkeley real quick.
Berkeley. The funny thing is,
I love Berkeley.
Berkeley used to be affordable.
Yeah.
It used to be like, in the history of Berkeley, it's always been like this, like hippie thing, and like it used to be affordable, and people used to go out there and fight for people. Like, it used to be, you know, a place where artists and people can come and, you know, meet together. And now it's just like, it's way different.
Yeah.
2,700. A lot of these places are not even open. Like, you can't even. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's about right.
That sounds about right. So we're doing this because we want to see, like, we want to show you guys. You guys probably know that the struggle is real.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's always resources. You just got to put in the work.
Yeah, we just got to figure it out too.
We got to figure out like something better than, I know. Was it Palo Alto, or was it Mountain View? One of them was trying to, like, let's see. They were trying to do something where people who are living in their cars can have a place to park their cars.
Oh, what the heck, bro?
Yeah, they're trying to like rent like spaces that nobody's using, and then have people can park their car there at night so they can feel safe. Because you gotta imagine, I'm a guy and I'm living in my car. I can't even imagine if you're a female. You know, that's super dangerous. You know, being around sketch. You know.
Hell yeah, if you don't know, or if your friends can't let you stay over the night or whatever. Like,
yeah. Yeah,
no, you're absolutely right, man. It's more scary for the ladies.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Their cars. Let's see. Yeah, see, safe parking. That's what it's called. Safe parking program.
Oh, that's cool. One of them on Google says Palo Alto to lean on churches for help with vehicle dwellers.
Palo Alto considers overnight. I gotta use the restroom. Go ahead and keep.
So Palo Alto considers overnight parking program for vehicle dwellers. I'm gonna just run this clip real quick, hopefully you guys can hear it. Yeah, just to give you guys kind of idea of what's kind of going on.
With Empire's low price guarantee, you'll get quality cars
After the ad.
and at a great price. We'll beat any competitive offer guaranteed. Schedule now. 800-588-2300 Empire. Today.
In Palo Alto, a new program aims to offer a safe space for vehicle dwellers to sleep.
If we don't help each other, what happens to us?
Along El Camino Real, the 24/7 sight of RVs and other vehicles have simply become the norm. But city officials are now looking at converting 2 publicly owned lots as part of a pilot. One is the old Los Altos treatment plant on San Antonio Road. The other is a lot on Gang Road adjacent to the Baylands athletic fields. The pilot would likely mirror other programs that typically provide residents with access to restrooms as well as caseworkers to help them secure more stable housing.
I wouldn't be in this office if I didn't hold out hope that something like this could be worked out. I think we need a lot more information than we have now.
What is this?
We really need to know. For example,
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah. It's a party today.
A key component involves zoning changes.
This is from ABC7, by the way. I don't know if we can put this.
A similar program in
we can?
Mountain View is operated by the nonprofit Move Mountain View, which currently works with 2 churches in the area.
It's a very efficient way to use the resources and the parking lots that we already have to give people a place to sleep and to give people a place to enter into case management.
A recent survey
see,
by the
just
Palo
like
Alto
that.
Police Department counted more than
All those cars.
120 motorhomes,
trailers and
vans, or RVs parked on city streets, but did not include residents who are currently living in passenger vehicles.
Having them moved elsewhere protects their safety and helps the safety of drivers who aren't paying attention like they should be.
The city's Policy and Service Committee will revisit the issue sometime the next month or so before it eventually goes to the full council for consideration.
So exactly, there you go. Yeah, just like that, dude. I mean, you see it all over the place, though. In Palo Alto. Yeah, shut up, fucking guys. Empires.
So yeah, it's freaking epidemic. It's freaking, they're literally on main roads, parked on the right.
Dude, El Camino, you see it all the time. El Camino? If you ever drive up and down El Camino, you're gonna see cars just parked there. Not there just because, you know, they're gonna go and get pizza or whatever, just because they got nowhere else to go. Man. Because, I mean, it's hard, like I said. It's hard, like...
Especially over there, man. Peninsula, man.
Dude, the peninsula? Yeah, it's definitely tough.
It's hella tough.
Yeah, so that they're doing... I mean, they're trying to mitigate it. I kind of feel mixed about it. I feel like that's... You can see it. You can argue one or two things. You can say it's a step in the right direction. We're putting resources doing that, things like that. You can also argue, well, they should be putting that money towards, like, actually building housing. That's a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like if my arm got chopped off, you're just putting a little Band-Aid on it. Like, you're not putting wrap or anything.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what the governor's trying to do. So he's trying to collect all that funds so they can start development for more houses and they can get them done quicker.
I'm just curious to know how many people are gonna need a house.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
seriously.
How many? I wonder what's the population of the Bay Area?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And then like go from there, because it's like, this is ridiculous. What's the population?
Damn.
7 million people.
So,
what's up, people?
let's just cut that in half. Let's just say half of those people are like together. You know, because obviously other people are gonna have more in one spot.
Are you talking about like single people versus like married versus like teenagers?
But just to make it quicker, like if you split that, so 3.5 million people in the Bay Area are gonna need a home. Dang, that's hella houses.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure Congress doesn't even have 1 million houses, or maybe.
Do we? Well, I know they're trying to get, that army base that we have, or the Navy base. Yeah. I know they're trying to they're trying to redevelop that into like other stuff, like housing. I know that's like in the plans.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of.
We have hella land.
We have a hella land. We just don't utilize it very much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does cost a lot though. You have to get pipes running through and electricity.
But yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But you collect property taxes anyway. You're gonna get that money back anyway every year.
That's true. Unless you want a bonus.
And then like if you were to build like an apartment for a lot of these people, a lot of those if somebody has money and extra in their pocket, they're gonna go out there and buy other stuff. They're gonna contribute to the community. But if you're spending all your money on just housing, you're not gonna be able to contribute to the economy.
That's true.
In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Mm-hmm. How are you gonna go out there and buy groceries if you're paying for a house? How are you gonna go out there and go help support, your local barber, or you want to go out there and go support your local, whatever mom and pop shop? You can't do that because you're spending majority of your money going out there and putting it on a house.
Damn true. Dang.
So it doesn't just affect the people, but it affects the communities of the people. Because those same people that are running small businesses are going to be struggling because the people that are living in the community can't afford to go out and buy things.
Damn.
So it's domino effect.
Dang. They're like the monopoly over here, man.
Yeah.
Take all that money. Wow.
That's how I see it. And this is just, my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't got a place to stay, it affects not just you, but it affects everybody else.
Damn, wow. I never thought of that. That's how it's true, though. No, seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
I wish I can go out there and, get a place of my own, but, I can't right now. At this very moment, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you want? How many billionaires? Fuck them people.
The billionaires are in the very Man, they have a whole couple of streets.
Dude, for real. I don't even want to click on that. Stupid Google. Of course Google's going to want to ask that.
No, it's good to know.
Part to know. I know Google is trying to build housing, and they want to do it for the right reason, but unfortunately when they do that, they increase the housing for everybody else. Look, let's see. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. Google to. I'm using Google to Google. I'm using Google to Google. Oh shit!
It's all good.
I hit my hand. Fuck. Google to build housing in San Jose. Yes, there you go.
Oh, just this first sentence says it all.
Mm-hmm. So we're clicking on CNBC.com. There you go. Google's $1 billion housing investment came after community backlash against the company's plan to build a mega campus in San Jose. This is by Jennifer Elias. Maybe we should contact this girl. Have her on the podcast.
Yeah.
She seems to be on top of it.
You get email.
Yeah, right there at Jen Elias.
Okay.
Because, I mean...
Community members question whether the company's claims will make a dent in the housing crisis and point out lack of detail in that proposal.
It's hard. Sorry.
Keep going now?
Yeah.
Keep going now. Right here is going to get to you what your point is about to be.
Oh, okay.
Right here. Read right there. I'll read it.
Alright, thanks.
Last month, when Google said it was investing $1 billion to build 20,000 Bay Area homes over the next decade, it seems like a generous investment. And compared to what the companies have given, it is. Yeah, it is. Quote is, glad to do our part to support our future neighbors in San Jose. CEO Sundar Pichai. I may be destroying your last name. Tweeted to the mayor of San Jose, Sam Liccardo. But the company's pledge followed months of tense discussions and protests over rising housing prices in San Jose, where the company is planning a new mega campus. Now community members and real estate experts point to the lack of detail in the announcement and say it may not be as effective as the big round number makes it appear. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why though? Why would that happen?
What do you mean?
Why if they're creating houses, why would that why is that hurting the rising housing prices?
So what happens from what I talked to some people, and they said when they go out there and do that, what happens is a lot of these people that work for Google, because they want to be closer to where they work, just logically, right? They go out there and be like, well, a lot of these people make good money. They make 100 plus K. So if an average person would go out there and be like, I'm going to pay you your rent, versus another person that says, I really need a place, I'm going to pay you twice what that guy offered. That's how it starts. Then that property goes up in value. That person, okay, it's just like a thing, right? So that property, they're paying whatever, let's just say 2,200. Then all the other properties that were paying 1,600, neighbors just talk, they learn, they're going to talk. They're going to be like, what the hell? We're getting 1,600. We're not getting shit. We want to get what he's getting. So then they all jump their prices, and then it's just like an effect.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's about money. It's about how to make money. So, it's interesting.
Wow. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. They want to get in on what that company.
That neighbor, yeah, exactly. If that neighbor is making,
I gotta make that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is really true.
Because then that's how it starts, and then you have entire communities that are worth 2,200, and that's
the ballgame.
Yeah, that's how that's how it is.
Damn. So thank you, Google, but yeah, it makes perfect sense.
I mean, instead of making houses, why don't they just make apartments? You can fit more people, and you can have more, and you're gonna get more revenue. Obviously, if you have more people living in one place than if you just have several houses.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I think we need more apartments than houses here.
I definitely
more out in the suburbs for sure, but in the major cities, nah. I think it's just apartments for sure.
Affordable apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Houses, houses are cool. But the thing with the house is there's a lot of maintenance. So if you're going to stay in a property for probably longer than 10 years, you're better off going in a house. If you're not going to stay at a property, you're moving around, you still don't know what you want, you're still, trying to figure yourself out, you're better off getting an apartment. But houses, the thing with the houses, a lot of these houses are old, especially out here in Concord. They're built in the 1950s because of the air base. So they're already starting to show their wear and tear. It's been 50 plus years.
Yeah, true.
So you got to maintain the roof. You got to change that every so often. If you have termites, you got to change that. In your backyard, you got to maintain that. Your front property, it has to look nice. If they don't, your neighbors can call on you and be like, that person doesn't do it. Then the city will have to talk to you. So it's a lot of like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I've really considered maybe like, I don't know if I'll ever get to the point where I can have enough money to buy a house. But if I ever do, I don't know if I even want to buy a house. I think I'll just stick to an apartment.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly what you said. That's how I feel too. Like, it's nice having a house and it's cool. I mean, I guess if you have a big family, yeah. But even then, it's just the maintenance of it. Like,
yeah.
It really is. Like if you like for myself, like, I mean, I don't, at the time I used to not complain, but I don't really like cleaning or like,
yeah.
So I'm doing that like in a small little studio. Imagine a house. Like, when would I ever clean that whole house? Like,
exactly. And the bigger the house, the more you have to clean.
Man, you get $1 million home, you for sure gonna need like 2 maids because you're definitely not gonna clean it.
Dude,
so it's like,
it's just a full-time job. It would be just a full-time job just to maintain that house.
Yeah. And on top of that, like you said, and then the roofs, and then the pipes if some get messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Exactly.
So
the plumbing, the this, the that, like.
So is it really an investment? I mean, unless you're gonna live there for like 2 years and flip it.
It's an investment because it goes up in value, but
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. I've been debating. That's something that, me personally, I don't know if I would ever buy a house. But apartment, you can go in, you have somebody to take care of you. If something breaks, they'll fix it. Like, you don't have to worry about hiring your own plumber or whatever. You're also, a lot of times, you're also paying water or something else included with the housing sometimes. And it's a little cheaper versus if you're at a house, you're paying PG&E, water, gas, garbage. Yeah, exactly. So you're paying everything a la carte versus everything together.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just, but yeah. So yeah, I would
Really?
agree with that for the.
Does it say Google and other tech companies need space in the Bay Area to accommodate the talent? True, but there aren't enough world-changing problems or pay upgrade to sway talent if they can't find an affordable, safe place to live. See, even they are having a hard time. Let me tell you something. This year, Microsoft pledged $500 million to develop affordable housing in and around its hometown of Seattle, and Facebook also launched a similar project in the Bay Area. Oh yeah, for sure. The tale is already playing out in San Francisco, where tech's burgeoning presence combined with government inaction has led to an average rent of $3,500 for a one-bedroom apartment. Yep, $3,500 for one-bedroom apartment. Think about that shit. You know, like, you can get like a car. That's like a car. You can do all kinds of shit with that money. $3,500? Fuck, if I had that much money, man, I don't even know. Anyway, some tech workers recently told The Guardian that they are leaving the Bay Area because of housing costs and safety issues stemming from extreme inequality. So that's another thing. When people are drove into poverty, or drove into the part where they can't afford a simple meal or things like that, you know, maybe you don't think of it now because you have a place to stay. Maybe you don't think right now because you got food in your stomach. But when you're in a situation where you're hungry and you're fucking starving and it's driving you crazy, you're gonna get to the point, unfortunately, where you're gonna have to go and do some unethical things to survive, whether it be stealing or doing other things. And that's what's happening. That's why it says right there that's why a lot of tech workers are leaving, because there's some safety issues. Why safety? Maybe robbery, maybe things like that are also coming. Because again, you know, when you're hungry and you can't afford anything, you're going to go to an extreme place where you're going to find the food.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
That's what I've been talking about, Fuego. Did you want to add something to it? Like,
I didn't read that part.
It's right here. Right here where it says some tech workers. I was just talking about how the rent in San Francisco is $3,500, and that like a lot of people are leaving because there's like safety concerns. You know.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, yeah, of course.
If you're gonna get like, you know.
Yeah, somebody who can't even afford to live somewhere and sees you coming out and having things they don't. It's not. I mean, you know, there's haters definitely, but the ones who actually take action, I think they're more like out of desperation, out of survival. Like, I've been on the streets for all these weeks. I've been asking for help. No one's helping me. I'm gonna just take matters to my own hands.
Yeah, and it's my
like,
own hands, unethical.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna rob somebody. I'm gonna go out there
I'm
and
gonna break into the cars,
break
their houses,
break into stores.
Yeah.
You know,
jump them, take their wallets, like whatever they can to survive. Because, like, yeah, I mean, they're trying to survive.
When you're in survival mode, man,
Nothing
and you're
matters.
hungry, you don't want to die on the street. Like, you know, you feel like your life has meaning and you want to bring value to other people. But, man, when you're hungry, yeah. I'll tell you, because last year, when you're hungry and you're like barely making it and you got to figure out which day. And then there's days, I've been in a situation, it fucking sucks, but we have to choose between food and gas. That, oh man, I don't even know what to say about that. That sucks.
It does, yeah.
It's like I have to go to an event to make money, but the same money I need to eat, so I now have to choose. Now I have to be put in a predicament where I can go out there and buy something, but if I buy it, I'm not going to have money to make more money. So what do? Of course, I have to go use it for money. I have to use it for gas because I need to go out there and get more money so that way I can feed myself. because they're gonna pay me in 2 days, even though I might not be eating in 2 days. I have to wait. Then have money. That money I can use for a little bit more gas and a little bit more food. Survive for the next week. Yeah.
Yes.
Survival is real, man. Like you gotta be really like on top of it.
Yeah.
What does it say about the Durden station? What is all?
Where at? This?
Yeah.
So housing is a hot button issue in San Jose. It's one of the points of this whole article. It says, lurking behind Google's $1 billion housing investment is its plan to build an 8 million square foot campus of 20,000 employees near San Jose's downtown, less than 15 miles from its Mountain View headquarters. For more than a year, local residents have expressed concern about rising rents and displacement as Google's plans move forward.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're going to go with it. They're going to go through with it.
Lurking behind is to build an 8 million for. That's what they want. They want to build an 8 million
location.
They want to build housing for their 20,000 employees. That's why.
Wow. Well, two things. First one is Google really thought about this because they're trying to build it right next to the San Jose Durden station, which is where BART's gonna end up eventually going to. So
that's smart.
They're smart on that half. And then the other one is, within 1 week of the news breaking, home prices in a 3-mile radius of the site jumped 7%, and condos in the nearby Rose Garden neighborhood jumped $50,000 in a week.
Yep.
According to Brett Jennings, a broker and the founder of Brett Jennings Real Estate Experts. 6 months later, nearby housing prices had jumped 5%.
See what I'm talking about? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about. One person gets paid better, then everybody wants to get paid the same price.
So Google's coming? Bam.
Exactly.
That quick.
Exactly.
Wow, 1 week.
It's just one person. It just takes one person. It'll affect everybody else.
Wow.
Yeah. It's called the Google effect. We're feeling it with buyers and sellers. We're also seeing it. Like, it's right here.
That's what it's going to be. I'm trying to find the station. SAP? Oh, I know exactly where that is.
I know where it's at. It's by the Amtrak station right there. That's Amtrak. They're trying to build it next to Amtrak.
Damn, they're just sad.
They're next to Amtrak, and then they're next to, like, everything else.
Well, imagine everybody who works from, like, here in the East Bay, and they just shoot BART down to there.
Dude.
They go to Mountain View, they just go straight to BART to San Jose. Damn. What, like an hour BART ride?
Yeah.
Maybe, or an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Still. Just sleep all the way there.